I want to bring in now Congressman Pete Stauber, who's leading the Republican House effort on police reform and is a former police officer himself, shot in the line of duty. We are glad that you are okay and you're serving your country now in a different way. Good to see you today. So you're on the House side. What are the discussions like? And you've got some progressives who also talk about defunding police. What's that like in the House?
Well, I think, Harris, it's great to be with you, but I want to talk about being a police officer in America. It's still a noble and honorable profession, and we have to make sure that we recruit the best and the brightest to safely work our streets around this nation. And for me, working on the Justice Act with Senator Scott was just a privilege, and I'm carrying it in the House with over 120 some sponsors now. And I think that, I think that's critically important, and I'm looking forward to the healthy dialogue and as we go forward.
Yeah, he told a little bit of your story. The nation got to know you even more yesterday and learned about. It's ironically you're from Minnesota, which I know because I cover the news there. Yeah. But it's interesting what has happened there in your state, as you well know, the journey that the nation takes together. Let's talk about autonomous zones. You heard the president there saying that it could spread. We saw this pop up in Portland, Oregon. Police tamped it down. Why can't they get a handle on things in Seattle?
Well, I think that, as you know, we have peaceful protests are okay in this country. We allow them. That's protected under the First Amendment. What we're having is, I think, some individuals causing a lot of problems and assaults and behavior that's unlawful. And we have to have the police. We have to have the police to step in. And I think the officers across this nation are showing a really a lot of professionalism and a lot of restraint.
You know, when you hear, as a former police officer, Congressman, when you hear that police are not able to get in quickly to where they need to go, and the 911 calls are going triple the time, and you've got business owners eager to get back to work as some of the economy has reopened, what do you think of as a former police officer that needs to be done?
Well, I'll tell you what, I want to just give you and your viewers a little story of mine. When I was shot in the head in December of '95, I heard the police sirens coming, and I couldn't wait for those sirens to get there because I thought the individual was going to try to finish me off. And those sirens, they kept getting louder and louder, and I could see they were coming closer and closer. I couldn't wait till they got there because I knew when those sirens, when they pulled into that parking lot, I knew I was safe. I knew that the police were going to take care of me because I didn't know where the shooter was at that time. So I will say that every time in my 23 years, I learned from that. Every time I put on my lights and sirens, I'm saying, who's ever in need of help, we're coming, Harris. We're coming. Hang on. Whatever you need to do, we're coming. And when people call 911, they have to have the ability to have a response, and an immediate response if it's an emergency.
Boy, I tell you, if that isn't a wake-up call for Seattle, whoever is watching from there, I don't know what could be. Again, thank you for your service as a cop and now as a representative in the U.S. House. Thank you very much. Good to have you on the program today, too. We'll have you back because I know you're working on this legislation, and as you pound it out, we want to know the ins and outs of it, so we'll bring you back. Congressman Stauber, thank you.